Yes, sir. Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. It's our college football game of the week as the seventh-ranked Miami Hurricanes take on the number 2 Clemson Tigers. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. I'm your host, Vincent Turner, and helping me to break down this game. It's been a long time. I haven't did a game preview with this gentleman in a long time. He's the number 1 high school football coach in the state of Georgia, and let me tell you something, he's very talented, especially on the defensive side of the ball. My man, Kevin, the Bull Jones. So if you like the video today, please come in and share this. We're going to break down Miami and Clemson. So Coach Jones, what you like about this game that's going to be played on Saturday night in Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina?
Well, let me tell you something, Vincent. Glad to be back. And let's jump on into this game. First of all, Clemson is riding a 32-game win streak. Okay, so they are pretty good and feeling good about themselves. But here's the subtleties in between the contrast between the two teams. Clemson is very precision on offense, one of the top in the nation, averaging over 32 points a game. Okay, in this battle with the University of Miami, the last 2 scores have been 96-3. So that just tells you the disparities in the score. However, from you, I get that from you, Vincent. However, here's the deal. Clemson's defense is young. Okay, Miami has some outstanding transfers that have come in. And they also have a very good offense, and De'Aaron King is one of the best. He is by far one of the top transfers in the nation to go to the U, and he does make a difference. Now, here's the thing. Miami, they got veteran leadership, okay, on both sides of the ball. Veteran team. Clemson, very good on offense, but defensively, they got some young guys. So quiet as kept against UVA last week, Virginia amassed 400 yards of total offense on Clemson. And keep in mind, Virginia had 7 starters that did not play because of COVID. So what does that tell you? That tells you that, yes, Lawrence is everything he's thought of and a bag of chips. Travis Etienne, outstanding running back. But it's going to be the key to the game is going to be Miami's offense against Clemson's defense. Coach Venable is going to have some great changes. He creates tempo on the defensive side of the ball. He makes offensive change what they do. Miami, they're going to line up in 4-3 on defense. Yes, they're going to have to take that best punch from Trevor Lawrence and the Clemson offense. And believe it or not, they can weather the storm. Okay, it was only 27-17 with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter last week, and when Clemson was playing UVA, only 10-point difference, and then the bottom fell out for Virginia. So if you can hold on, you got to go crazy, Miami. You got to just go crazy. Let's get nuts. Just go after them, turnover chain, and that's what they need to be successful. It's going to be a great game.
Man, you brought up some good points. If you like the video today, please come in and share. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Think about Miami this year, Coach. Think about what Mr. King, the transfer out of Houston, playing in the conference of the AAC. A lot of people didn't know about him, even though they played on national TV on Thursday nights. But didn't nobody know about Mr. King. But even myself, back in preseason, I even told you this. I thought the perfect place would have been for him would have been at LSU. But he goes to Miami, and when you look at it, what he's done so far this season, I'm not going to pronounce his first name. I'm going to say his last name, Mr. King, because that's our status here, 100 yards of football. He's earned that honor because he's big man now. Right. But look what he's done offensively. 576 yards passing, got 157 yards on the ground. But to me, he's finally the first legitimate quarterback Miami's had in a long time. Yeah. So when you look at that, you're looking at Miami, that 305 is now becoming hot down there in Miami. You're seeing all them 305 former players coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like Warren Sapp. I'm seeing him now. My man, Jonathan Vilma, Ed Reed, Vernon Testaverde, they coming with hair on their chest now because they think Miami is bad. But one thing I'm looking at, watching them how they played against Florida State, I'm talking about man offensively. Man, this is a very special football team, like you just said. And they go down to Clemson with a very seasonal quarterback that's played a lot of football in Mr. King. And you don't think he want to really live up to the challenge because allegedly he playing against a guy on the other side who's supposed to be the best in the country. So I'm in total agreement with you. Man, it's offense. To me, that's the key of the game of how they move the ball with Mr. King, with his running and passing. But they got some studs. They got Mr. Kyron Davis, the running back. And allegedly, they got the best tight end in the country. And Bevan Jordan, a lot of people are comparing him to the award that he give out to the tight ends at the end of the season. They say he's the next young upcoming John Mackey. Now I'm going to get to Clemson. You're totally right, defensively. To me, before Clemson started ACC play this year, I was saying how they was going to replace A.J. Terrell, how they was going to replace Isaiah Simmons. Two big key parts of their defense. Last week, as you always start something here on 100 yards of football, you brought up they had a little kink in their armor, and they had troubles with their young man, Mr. Armstrong, Virginia, at the quarterback position, with his ability to get out of the pocket. But I'm looking at it like this. It's going to be a huge game. We're going to really find out all those people down in Clemson, South Carolina, saying they're the number 2 team in the country. I mean, the number 1 team in the country, excuse me, because we know the other team that we're going to talk about today, who you love, out of Tuscaloosa. I'm not even going to say their name here because we're on the Clemson-Miami game preview. But they've been hollering all week, all season long that they were the best team in the country. But I'm going to see going against a very good Miami team, I'm going to see really how good Clemson is. It's really going to be an interesting football game because it's been proven. When Clemson and played on big stages, they've had trouble with very athletic quarterbacks that's been in big games. Can I start with the young man that's balling with Baltimore, the Baltimore Ravens now?
Right.
When he was at Louisville, they had trouble with him. They had the other one that was playing at Notre Dame, Deshaun Kaiser. They had trouble with him. Then they had trouble and eventually lost back in 2013. This is for you, the legend Bobby Butler, Mr. Jameis Winston. So now Clemson, we're going to see what they're going to do against Mr. King. Final words, Coach Jones, on this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, when it comes to defense, Miami is outstanding, very opportunistic. They created the turnover chain. No matter what you hear, sports fans, they made it flashy to create the turnovers. They got the chains they're going to plan on wearing. They've had 4 interceptions this year. And might I also note that Trevor Lawrence has not thrown a interception in 314 passes. So last time he threw one was last year in October. So between, if I do my math correctly, it's been a year. So what does that mean? 4 interceptions by Miami so far, 4 caused fumbles. They're led by Quincy Roche, Athletic American Conference Defensive Player of the Year last year from Temple. I think that Miami, the U, has got a chance, but they have to do something, Vincent. They have to make sure that whatever they do, they have to make sure that they go in and they just got to act crazy. And let's go crazy. Let's go crazy, Miami. That's the only way you're going to get them. Got to go crazy.
That being said, my final words on Miami Clemson on Saturday night. It's a great point. When big games happen, the great point out of Motown. You know what I'm talking about. He goes by the initials MG. Let's get it on! God bless and enjoy the game on Saturday by Mr. Marvin Gaye.
Yes, 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 yes.